that is where we will begin. We all remember, of course, this from the other day.
The only garbage I see floating out there is just supporters.
And so now, of course, Donald Trump's garbage supporters, as Joe Biden says, they're mad. We're mad. We're angry. I thought it was interesting because I saw all of these headlines around the mainstream media yesterday, and they were saying, oh, this faux outrage. Donald Trump supporters supposedly outraged at being called garbage. And here's the thing. I expect nothing more or nothing less from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Karine Jean-Pierre. I really, name calling. I mean, look, once you've been called a Nazi, I think it's really all, uphill from there. And so for me, the garbage comment, I think from a political standpoint, because I very much am sort of like a political animal, I think this whole thing is like a big chess match. I love it. And I love the fact that Donald Trump actually did exploit. He did take advantage of the garbage comment by Joe Biden. Did you see what the president did, the former president did yesterday?
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Donald Trump shows up at a rally. I kid you not. I know that you've probably seen the video by now. In a massive garbage truck. It's got a Trump sign on it. It's got American flags on it as well. He shows up in a garbage truck. And so among the left, you know that they are absolutely eye-rolling. But Donald Trump is taking advantage, political advantage of a situation. You see, because unlike the left, who will make up lies about Donald Trump, they'll say that he said things that he never did say. And they'll repeat it over and over and over again. What Donald Trump is doing is exploiting and drawing attention to what the sitting president of the United States said about his supporters. And so he is in the passenger seat. By the way, if you haven't seen this, go to my X feed at Dan Mandis Show. It's all there. In all its trash truck, garbage truck glory. And so Trump is in the passenger seat and he's answering questions. But not only that, but then he goes to this rally last night and he's wearing a big orange vest that a garbage person, a garbage man, I guess, would wear. And I'm sorry, but it's funny. As he talks about not only the garbage truck, but he's also talking about the decision. And again, you can see all this on my X feed. He's also talking about the decision to not only get the garbage truck, but wear the garbage vest.
Thank you very much. So this outfit, is when he called us all garbage. How stupid. What a stupid word. That blows deplorable away, don't you think? Of course, I thought irredeemable when she said deplorable or irredeemable. I thought irredeemable was actually worse, but deplorable seemed to catch up. But this garbage stuff blows it away. So I'm in this beautiful plane. I'm enjoying myself. I have a wonderful suit on. And one of my people came in and said, sir, the word garbage is the hottest thing right now out there. The hottest thing out there. Sir, would you like to drive a garbage truck?
Awesome.
Now, we're about, 30 minutes from landing. We had to do this pretty quick. I said, it's sort of cool, though, isn't it? Because, they pulled up this garbage truck. I don't know how the hell they did it so fast. I have very capable people.
Yep.
They put a big sign on the truck. Did you see it? I think they showed it. Yeah.
And as he is describing all of this, see, this is a great story. And I think this is one of those moments where Donald Trump, the master storyteller, really does just take over. And in Green Bay, Wisconsin last night, he's describing his big worry as his team comes to him with this terrific idea until the truck actually pulls up and he sees the stairs that are really high.
I climbed into the truck, but so I said, how the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one. This was a beauty. I said, you didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big? They brought this brand new, gorgeous truck, wonderful driver. He looked like Cary Grant in his prime. You know who that is? Mm-hmm. This beautiful driver. And he drove that big thing up. And I said, man, this is bad, because now I have all the cameras are all watching. Look at all the fake news. They were, most of them. Many of them were there, and I'm saying, oh, boy. You know, one little mistake with these guys and your political career's over. You can't even. So I said, man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing. These stupid people, they'll say, he's cognitively and physically impaired.
I mean, they would.
So the first stair is like up here. I'm saying, So I had the adrenaline going, and I made it.
He did. He made it up the stairs. And then, of course, I loved, by the way, when CNN and Wolf Blitzer, he has to break into his all-important newscast, Wolf Blitzer did, and he said, oh, we have breaking news. Donald Trump is answering questions. And there is Donald Trump in all his glory in this garbage truck on the passenger side, in the passenger side. And then Donald Trump goes on to explain why exactly it was that he was wearing that garbage man vest on stage. And I mean, you have to see it, but it's orange and it's got, stripes and everything. And it's very funny because, of course, he's wearing it over his traditional white shirt and red tie.
And then I got in the car, and I'm driving over here, and I have this still on. And I come into the arena, and I say, where's my jacket? I want to get out of this thing. And they said, it would be unbelievable if you could wear it on stage. I said, I said, no way. I got 25,000 people standing outside. I got all these people here. There's no way I'm wearing it on stage. They said, oh, okay, sir. I said, get me my jacket.
But wait.
But if you did, it actually makes you look thinner. I said, and they got me. I said, I want to wear it on stage. When they said I look thinner, I said, in that case, I'll wear it on stage.
There you go. Listen, I would wear a garbage person vest if it would make me look thinner. So very, very funny. Donald Trump on stage last night. And Joan, that's what I mean.
His element. I mean, honestly, he was in his element.
He was absolutely in his element. He was having a good time. He was telling stories. And I kid you not, Joan, I don't know what TV you have on in there.
Yeah.
But CNN just had a 5-person panel. A 5-person panel on Donald Trump driving up in a garbage truck.
Yeah, but this is how they operate. They've just completely lost their minds.
Yeah. Oh, if you look at the faces of these folks, these people on CNN, these all-important anchors on CNN and the contributors and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, they just look like somebody kicked their cat or shot their puppy. That's what it looks. And it's great. I love it. 5:15, time to check the roads on WTN.
Lafayette Street and 4th Avenue, and it involves some injuries. Then you've got the road work on the 40 southbound loop to exit 210B. The off-ramp right lane remains blocked. You've only got the left lane to traffic. Traffic every 10 minutes every morning on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
5:16 as far as your weather goes for Halloween. Mostly cloudy today until 5 o'clock or so, when the rain is going to be moving in. High today of 78. I mean, I said it yesterday. It is so frustrating. Doesn't rain for like weeks and weeks. And now here we are at Halloween, right when everybody's getting ready to go trick-or-treating. And here comes the rain. So it's a little frustrating. But that's okay. You know what? You can have a Halloween costume and an umbrella all at the same time. So we'll keep an eye on the weather. We'll have a bit of a timeline coming up at 5:35 here on Nashville's Morning News. Donald Trump talking about this rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Love to see Brett Favre there as well. But this is so obviously an opportunity for Donald Trump to be seen as a unifier, which he is, by the way, and the left clearly is a divider. We have all seen this. But it's interesting how things have turned, right? The media seemed okay with all the other nasty comments hurled at our side. Joe Biden, though, calling Donald Trump supporters garbage, that seems to be the moment where Biden may have put the final nail in the coffin of the Kamala Harris campaign. Maybe. We'll have to see what happens. Now, once Donald Trump got to the issues in this great rally in Wisconsin, he did talk very much about being the unifier that he is. He had another great comment about illegal immigration.
Criminal migrants from prisons and jails, from insane asylums and mental institutions all over the world, from Venezuela to the Congo, including savage criminals who assault, rape, and murder our women and girls. Anyone who would let monsters kidnap and kill our children does not belong anywhere near the Oval Office.
I mean, he's absolutely right. Obviously, a great point. You want to talk about a unifying message. What could be more unifying for the American people than supporting the policies that ultimately would have kept Laken Riley and Jocelyn Nungaray and Rachel Marin alive? That's the thing. That's just three names of countless Americans that have been killed or raped by Kamala's invasion. And so Donald Trump, he talks about how he wants to protect the women of this country. And I do love how he uses the word protect.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. So why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, I pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
It is interesting. What a great moment if you think about it, because Kamala's campaign and the Biden administration have been all about weakness, a weak president. Doug Emhoff, of course, Kamala's husband, not only weak, but shows that weakness by apparently roughing up girlfriends and, of course, the whole knocking up the nanny thing. And Tim Walz, another, in my opinion, incredibly weak candidate, a weak male. As they try and paint these guys as not as testosterone laden as the average Donald Trump supporter. Remember all of that stupidity, right? The point is the campaign is going after these not so masculine men, I suppose. And my question is, are they really doing well with women? I mean, think about it. Donald Trump uses the term protect. He wants to protect women. That is a great line. We spoke the other day about how being a strong man these days is somehow a bad thing in Kamala's America. I do love how Donald Trump says in a very strong way that he is going to protect women. And this discussion, because let's all be honest, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and Joe Biden, they have done nothing to protect women. They have done nothing to protect America. We have all of these illegal aliens, all these gangbangers that are coming into this country. They are assaulting, raping, and killing not only, of course, women, men too, but the number of rapes in this country skyrocketing. And so when Donald Trump says he wants to protect women, and people are like, oh my God, don't say protect. That's so sexist. I'm reasonably certain. And Joe, didn't we talk the other day? I don't know when it was. But didn't we talk the other day about how there's nothing wrong with being a strong male? And I love that Donald Trump says that he wants to protect women.
Absolutely.
Because
we talked about it in relation to the Donald Trump Madison Square Garden event and how it was so testosterone laden. Yeah, because that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't mind that.
Oh, by the way, very quickly, as a side note, I want you to listen to something. So I just played you the audio of Donald Trump saying that he wanted to protect women. He also said, you know, even if the women, something about how even if the women don't want it, that was part of his comment. This is how the Kamala campaign edited that audio. I want you to listen very closely. This is, this was on TikTok and Twitter and the rest of it.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
And on the side of this video,
whether the women like it or not,
it says something like Donald Trump says he'll monitor women's abortions.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
That they took his words, of course, completely out of context. Yep. And this isn't some, 19-year-old weasel in his mom's basement. This was the Kamala campaign.
Yeah.
Who took his words completely out of context. He is saying he wants to protect women. And the whole point that he says where, whether women like it or not, he's talking about, the Democrat women or the women who are supporting Kamala Harris. And he's like, well, they may not like me. They may not like my policies. They may not like my border policies, whatever. But whether they like it or not, I am going to protect all women and I'm going to protect all Americans as well.